feelings that are swirling around. And sometimes with mindfulness, we can chill out, but other times those things are stronger than our mindfulness. And so we need maybe some other tools. Okay, great. Thanks. Tools to, meet those parts of ourselves. So feeding your demons is a really cool thing because you learn it. I give you a script that you can take home and read it, and then you can take yourself through it too. If you like that practice, you want to keep doing it, you can make it something of your own. Yeah. So that'll be next week. Will be our last instructions for the mind training text. The week after, May 13th, will be Feeding Your Demons from 7 to 9. And I bring art supplies. And if you have your own art supplies, you can bring those and work with those. And then the week after, May 20th, I'll start a new theme. I didn't bring the book, but I have a text that I want to start to teach from every week in this class starting May 20th. It's called On the Path of Awakening, or On the Path of Enlightenment. And it's like a curated text by a wonderful Buddhist monk, a French Buddhist monk named Matthew Ricard. He's a really wonderful human being. And he was actually voted like the happiest person in the world. He wrote a book on happiness. He's very cool. He's a philosopher. And he wrote a book called The Philosopher and the Monk because his father's a philosopher. You read that? Yeah. Is it good? Yeah. I didn't read it, but it's great. So this book is called On the Path to Enlightenment, I think. And Matthew Ricard has gathered some of the greatest passages of masters throughout time within Tibetan Buddhism, and put them in a beautiful order. And so they're really nice to teach from, meditate upon, talk about. And so what I'd like to encourage you to do is to get the book. And so it'll be sort of like a book study. I'll use that as a teaching structure, root text. So we'll start that May 20th. Okay? Any questions? And we'll just go until we finish. Might be another year or two. We'll just keep going till we finish. It's really good. I've done this before at San Francisco Dharma Collective, and people really enjoyed it. So it's a good book. Yeah. It's the kind of book you can get on audio and just listen to it all the time, over and over and over. I used to listen to it as I was going to sleep at night. It's good vibes. It uplifts you, I gotta love the Dharma for that, especially in times where it just seems like we need that. We need help. We need help. On the path to awakening, or the path to enlightenment, one of those. People translate Bodhi in two different ways, awakening or enlightenment. On the path to enlightenment, I think that's what it is. And I'll bring it next week and I'll show you the book too. But you could order it now or get it at your library. Okay. Any announcements before we dive in? Sam, you good?
What do we have going on? Let's see. There's this wonderful thing called releasing into presence. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, we're here. We're releasing. We're already.
We have a magic theater presentation, which is about co-creating stories in groups.
Oh, cool.
The process of story creation. That's happening tomorrow night.
Nice.
It's called Medicine Theater. And another fellow's coming in doing intensive breath work, so psychedelic breath work, as in how to get high just by breathing.
Bring your mints.
Friday, you've seen some of the art up. The signs and so forth to support the art will be going up, and we're having an opening at 6 o'clock on Friday, if you care to hear about the art. And this weekend, we have the cacao breath and sound stuff going on. So
has anybody done that here?
No.
They do it a lot.
Yeah,
Seems fun.
Every couple of months.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten to it yet.
Yeah.
And we've got like Move Shop, Embodying Opposites on Sunday at 2:30. Mosaic Women's Psychedelic Integration Circle at 2.
Yeah, so if you tripped the night before, you can go in and Integrate.
Yeah, we gotta keep it going.
Reintegrate.
Bad trip?
Come on in. Good trip, bad trip. We got you covered. Thanks, Sam. This is our new executive director. Meet Sam. He's wonderful. Yeah. Okay, let's stand up. We're going to move. So we'll do these Dasha Chalanam, the 10 churnings. Then we're going to do some foot yoga, because Kevin especially requested it. Yeah, foot yoga. You need it. All right. Stand. This is Stamba, the staff. Feel your feet nice and released into present against the floor. Basically, like feel the bones soften against the support of the floor. Then bring your right hand and your left on your belly. Reach up through the crown of the head, tailbone releasing down towards your heels. Relax the shoulders. From the inner elbows get heavy and the shoulders relax. Take some deep breaths into your belly and feel the belly rise and fall beneath the palms of your hands. So these movements stem from very old Hatha Yoga practices, a text called the Hatha Yoga, the Hatha Tattva Kaumudi. They talk about doing churning the joints in order to open up the channels and unravel the knots within the channels and the joints. And so this is a set of movements that come from that also influenced Chinese martial arts, other forms of martial arts around the world. So it's a common sequence. So let's exhale, release the hands down. The right foot is back a bit and put your weight on top of the toes, root into the left leg and start to rotate. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really draw the navel back towards the spine for your balance. 9, 10, release, reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Find your drishti, your point. You can spread out, you guys, if you want to. 9 and 10. Good. We'll move for about 5 or 10 minutes here. Other side. 1, 2. Really feel like you're softening and opening the joint capsule of the hip. Feel the head of the femur moving in the ball of the socket. Okay, in the socket, I mean. And reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Now stand firm. Both feet hip-width distance apart. And we're going to come up to the head and work our way down the body. So release the chin down and then move to the right, circles with the neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and reverse. If the neck is sensitive, just make smaller circles. If you get dizzy, then don't do the circles. Instead, I'll show you. You just go back, forward, side to side. Last one. Then coming around to center, inhale to neutral. Look at your drishti again. And then shoulders up, back, and around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let your vision either be at your drishti or looking at me if you need some instruction, but don't let the head or the eyes wander. This is the beginning of your meditation. Let's bring the mind, harness it into the body. The breath is nice and even. Reverse the direction if you haven't already. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Now, interlace the back of the fingers, then bring the heels together while you hold them, and then rotate. 1, 2, 3. So the hands are right in front of the face, so your eyes are gazing at the wrists now. Relax the ridge of the shoulders, and reverse. Good. The breath is just a natural rhythm. Good. Now you're going to do a helicopter arm. So be careful not to strike your neighbor here. You can spread out now if you haven't already. So little love taps with the front hand at the juncture of the shoulder and the back hand tapping the kidney, the lower ribs. Make sure the head turns too. Get the whole rotation from top to bottom through the spine. Feel how the spiraling just breathes the lungs. It's a very interesting feeling. You can actually feel the lungs just naturally being squeezed and released through the movement. Good. Last couple. Last time to your left, and then bring the hips around, circling the hips. 1, good. 2, let the whole upper body be really relaxed. 4, the arms are just dangling. It's almost like you're a little drunk and you're on a rocking ship. Yeah, you're really nauseous. Just imagine you're really nauseous and you're on a rocking ship. And reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4. How are you? How are your kids?
Oh, exhausted.
I bet you are. How many? How many do you have in class?
I have 32 and 35 each class.
Oh my God. Whoa. Okay, come together. Bend the knees so the feet are together, then bend the back of the knees. And what topic do you teach?
I teach English. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
good girl. They need it. I wonder how the teachers catch the kids if they're using AI to write essays.
Yeah, I do it all the time. It's
You
pretty
can?
obvious at this point.
You can? Good,
Oh, yeah.
good. Because I've got a 16-year-old. He wrote a really good essay. I was kind of like, did you use AI? He's like, no, really, I didn't. I'm like, because they can tell. Okay, switch. It's like either my kid's super smart or he's sneaky. All right, a couple more. If you're getting warm, that's good. That's the goal. Those thighs strong. Okay, stand up. Now we're going to do the wave motion. Like the feeling is like you're seaweed in the ocean. So what you do is inhale, exhale, bend, scoot the hips back a bit, and then shift them forward and let that ripple your spine up. Manny, you think I'm funny, don't you? You're the only one who laughs at me. I appreciate it. It brings me a lot of joy. Good. Yeah, keep the breath. Notice if you're holding tension anywhere, just iron it out. Good. And last one. Inhale. Now we're going to come up with the arms up. And then swoosh. Inhale. Inhale. Good. Now make fists and then drop them heavy on the shoulders. Pound all that 8th grader stress out of your shoulders. All the traffic, all the shit you have to put up with. Just pound, get the monkey off your back. I really think I used to hold a lot of tension in my shoulders. I think this move is what helped me unravel that. I don't have it anymore. Okay, last one. Good. Now cross the arms, take a big breath. We're going to bah like a sheep with the out breath. Bah! Shake out the torso, the lungs, the chest. Inhale again, 2 more. Let it out. Bah! 1 more. Good. You guys are awesome. Good. Come together with the hands. Prayer. And then we bow, honoring each other. Good. And then now, come down for some foot yoga. Yoga. So, okay, so here's a variation. is you can just be up like this and start to lower the knees so that you're stretching the calves and the soles of the feet. But for the people who can, this is the full shape here. It's called suchi, the needle. So your feet, see how my feet are together? And then I'm sitting, my sits bones on the feet. No, Manny, you can't leave, honey. It's good timing. All right. Good. So really let your weight go into the feet. This is meant to hurt because it's good for you. This helps to open up those tendons and tissues in the soles of the feet that get really tight. Yeah, that's a good option too. If you can, yeah, good. So some of you are on the ground, very nice, good. So you're sitting right. Notice if you're kind of leaning forward. Try not to lean forward. You're right on top of your sits bones. And then take the thumbs, wrap around the fingers, and place them on your thighs. Find your drishti. Soften the muscles of the face. Bring the breath down to the belly. Relax the shoulders. We could just do our meditation in this shape.
No. I was just thinking it'd be fun to do like who does it the longest, like a competition.
Well, because you're actually, you got some work to do. I would have thought you would be down.
How can I?
Good. So I was about to say, like, roast you and say, well, it's easy for you. But you've got work to do too. We all do. Are you dying?
Yep.
Dying. Okay, good. No, good. Bring the knees together. Point the toes. Sit on the heels. Now you're going to do the opposite. We're going to stretch the top of the feet. And so just watch me do this, because last week people had all sorts of different variations. So come back. Just watch, though. Your hands are like that. And then you lean back and you lift the knees as high as you can to stretch the tops of the feet. Okay? Yeah. So you don't even really lean back that much. So it's more of like leaning back just enough and then start to lift the knees. Yeah. And breathe. Can you do it? If you can't do it, if that's impossible, and if this is your yoga right here. Just be here. That's totally fine. This is good. So my yoga teacher used to say, hard against hard makes soft. Basically, he was a trickster. He's always getting us to do stuff that was pretty, you think you couldn't do. But like the pressure on your feet is good. It's like massage. It's breaking up stagnation in the feet and the ankles. One more breath. Good. And I'm going to add one more shape to this. Not everybody's going to be able to. Well, actually, this one's easier. Okay, so what you're going to do. So can everybody see my feet? Mm-hmm. So you're going to take your right foot, the arch of your right foot, into the under arch, the bottom, and then you're going to sit on it. And then before you do it, see, even just that is like, whoa, that's really good. And then you actually let the kidneys release back and you round and then you breathe like that. And it really gets pressure into the foot. It's like foot massage. Yeah, so take it if you haven't already. The arms are straight, round the low back, and really soften into the feet. Deep breathing. How's that feel? You feel it? Good. Okay. One more breath. And then come up and just switch. Left top foot placed right there on the arch of the left foot is on top, right foot's on the bottom. Then sit back. You're really using your own weight to put pressure there. And then round the low back, bow the head and breathe. Good. You want to get up on a cushion, Kevin? It's going to be a lot easier. It will. I think it will. Remember that torture party? I could do this at the torture. We didn't go, but we heard there's some funny girl at the Alembic like a year ago, and she's like, I just went to this torture party and it was so fun. So we've been joking about like, what could we do? The bed of nails or those lotus mats or this. Okay, so come on up. One more. We're on a roll. All right, but you got to watch me. So this is a little weird. So come close. Like get up. Yeah, this is old Chandra yoga teacher doing her yoga thing again. It's fun. I don't teach yoga much anymore, but I like it sometimes. So you're going to be sickled in a little bit, and you place one foot on top of the other, and then you sit down and you try to bring your knees together while you're on. Yeah, I'll show you the side. Where is it? I don't know. Let's see. No, it's off to the side. So you're here. Most of you will probably be able to do something like this. And then you start to try to bring the knees together. It gets the outer ankles and feet. And then you just breathe like that. Okay? Give it a go. Kevin did. I told him I was going to do the foot stuff. He's like, no, please don't. I'm like, I'm going to do it. He's like, please don't. Yeah, so like take your left foot and kind of put it on the floor a little sickled in, and then place the top, like the toes of the right foot in that little indentation of the ankle, and then lay it across, and then sit. Yeah, it works. And then you, woo. Yes, do you feel it? Who's doing it? You're supposed to feel it opening this whole area. Yeah. So here, and then you have to sit on it to like keep them lodged in place, and then you bring your knees together. Some of you've got it. It's okay. You can stay like this. Even just sitting on the feet in this way, like even this torture you're going through is good for you. Confess. All right, now let's come up and we'll do the other side. So the right foot's on the bottom, then the left foot's on top, and you kind of lay it along the sole of that right foot. So the top of the left foot is on the sole of the right foot. And then see, do you feel that change, like when you try to bring the knees together? Yeah? Talk to me, people. Yes, see? I've got some happy people. Maybe one. Who else? Ooh, yeah, you feeling it? Good. So you can do the same type of thing where you lean back a bit and the arms are straight and you're really putting pressure. As we get older, we get so stiff and stagnant in the feet. So this is really good stuff for you. You'll thank me later. As we get older, people lose balance. So if we open the feet and keep them strong and pliant, then we're going to be less likely to fall and break a hip or, have bad circulation. Okay, so now come into this again, and now this is going to feel easy. Just to kind of loosen you up. Good. And then turn the toes under, come up, and then release into Uttanasana, and just let the head dangle. You can keep the knees bent if you want. Can nod the head, no, I hated that, or yes, I loved it. A little bit of both. Good. And then squat and then come back down. So now you're ready to sit. We've got your base. You've really cultivated a good base. I was working with the feet. How do your feet feel? How do your feet feel? Alive. Good. A little warm? They're warmer and more alive, yeah? Okay, so we don't usually move this much, but today I felt like doing that, so. Oh, and remember, okay, so all of that prepares you for this, remember? Swastikasana. Who learned that? So this is a nice alternative for those who can't quite do lotus. You tuck one foot in, then you reach under and through, and then you pull it up. So now it's like your ankles have been twisted and turned. You're more likely to be able to do it if you keep at those other exercises. How does that feel for you? Is that okay? What we did? Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. So I like swastikasana, and then I like being up a little bit on a cushion. So, but it took me years to like this shape. So, but once it's kind of like lotus pose. Once you get it, then you feel locked in, and then the meditation can be really nice. So you don't need to be in a lotus or a cross-legged position to be a good meditator. You just need to be in a position that you can really relax into. So that's the most important thing. Okay. So let's close the eyes. So we'll sit for about 35 minutes tonight. Finding a position that feels comfortable, easeful for you. And this time is just one breath at a time. So when the mind starts to trip on time, just bring it back to this breath, like one step at a time. There really is only this moment. The past has already happened, the future is yet to come. Rest the mind in this present moment in the breath. Each time we remember to turn back into this moment is like a gift of tenderness towards ourselves. And with each out breath, feel the strictures and the tightness that you may hold, whether it's thoughts, feelings, or physical, melting away. There's no need for that right now. And in the beginning, always checking the posture. Bring the tip of the tongue to rest at the upper palate at the root of the top front teeth. Relax the tongue, relax the root of the tongue down towards the heart, like it's melting down, like an offering to the heart, the lotus, the heart chakra. Let there be a little gap between the upper and lower lips, just enough space for a barley grain to sit between the lips. The jaw is slack. And then the rest of the facial muscles relax. The eyes can be closed or downward cast. The shoulders be relaxed like an old coat on a hanger. The arms relax, the palms face down on the thighs. or in your lap. The chest is lifted and the chin is slightly drawn in towards the center of the throat to lengthen the back of the neck. Relax the belly, breathing into the belly. Relax the kidneys, rooting down through the sits bones. The hips, the legs, comfortable. And the spine nice and straight, but not rigid. A feeling of dignity held within the physical form, like the Buddha. And we'll begin with the gati, these short phrases offered by the Buddha for developing presence and mindfulness. The first one we'll practice is attending to the whole body. I breathe in. Attending to the whole body, I breathe out. Thus one trains. This is a gati, a phrase, like a mantra that you repeat to yourself internally as you breathe in and out. Attending to the whole body, I breathe in. Attending to the whole body, I breathe out. Attending to the whole body, I breathe in. Attending to the whole body, I breathe out. And you could shorten it, attending whole body in, attending whole body out, or whatever you like. The words bring about a feeling, an experience of being in the body, attending and feeling the whole body. You notice the mind distracted away, just release that distraction with the out-breath, let it go. And then come back to the phrase with the in-breath, attending to the whole body, breathe in. Attending to the whole body, I breathe out. Let the breath be natural, your own rhythm, unforced, relaxed. And then the next gati is soothing the field of the body. I breathe in. Soothing the field of the body. I breathe out. Thus one trains. Same idea. And let the words saturate your experience. Soothing the field of the body. Breathe in. Soothing field of the body. Breathe out. The field of the body is the whole tactile field of sensations from head to toe, throughout the whole body. Soothing the field of the body. I breathe in. Soothing the field of the body. I breathe out. You could say soothing field body in. Soothing field body out. Whatever you like. Stay with it. Release distraction with the out-breath. Wherever you are in the breath cycle, pick up where you left off. Soothing the field of the body, breathe in. Soothing the field of the body, breathe out. Could be as simple as soothing in, soothing out. Notice the mind. Maybe it has a tendency to drift when you've hit a certain level or experience of pleasure or comfort or stability. Be mindful of the mind's tendency to sort of drift off then. Okay. But keep it clear. Enhance clarity. As if you're turning up the clarity dial, the luminosity of mind. And yet don't let that tip you into too much excitation, agitation. So keep the relaxation in the midst of the stability and the clarity. Relaxed, stable, clear. Soothing the body, breathe in. Soothing the body, breathe out. And become aware in the stillness of the backdrop awareness that pervades the pleasure, the pain, the fantasy, the regret. It's as if by leaning back a bit into our experience, we can broaden and click into the wavelength, click into the dimension of awareness that pervades all of our experience. And from that vantage point, we can have more spaciousness when it comes to the thoughts, the belief systems, the judgments, things that cause us to suffer. And just as clouds arise from the space and then dissolve back into space, the sky, thoughts, feelings, perceptions arise from the space of awareness, lacking solidity and lacking intrinsic selfhood from its own side, dissolves back into the space from which it came. This is what meditation is for. It's to break free of the bondage of believing everything that comes into our head. Spaciousness. Rest from the vantage point of this broader awareness. Imbued with cognizance and luminosity. Pervading all of our experience, and the experience of perception is it seen not as a hindrance but as a creative display of awareness. And in this way, thoughts, feelings, distraction, fatigue, bliss, none of these are an obstacle if we can observe them with spaciousness and release our grasping onto them as true. That is the chain that keeps us enslaved. Reclaim your birthright, your Buddha nature, Rigpa, awareness, and rest in that and stabilize in that experience. It's all pervasive, like the air you breathe. It's always here with you, like the nose on your face, but you can't see it. Turn and let mind look at mind and recognize your own face, the face you had before you were born. Look and release and rest. Notice the outflow of perception, the sensory stimuli pulling our attention out. Turn that momentum back in upon itself. Turn awareness to look at awareness. Turn and look. And release into that expansiveness. Just rest in the experience. can also be helpful to, from time to time, when you notice the mind thinking, say to yourself, who's thinking? And then rest. Ask, who's meditating? Look, not finding this permanent self somewhere inside. And yet there is awareness there. There's a wakefulness. Rest in that experience. You may even identify Rigpa, pristine awareness, primordial consciousness. And rest. Beyond thought, beyond words, direct perception. And rest, spacious, luminous, awareness. And now we'll end by chanting a mantra for a while to Narayana, the counterpart to Narayani, who we pray to a lot in the prayer. Said to be the protector of all beings. It's not on your sheet. It's Om Namo Narayanaya. Repeat after me. Om Namo Narayanaya. Narayanaya. So we're paying homage to Narayana. And you can listen for a while and just join in. Om Namo Narayanaya. 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 Now keep going. Om Namo Narayana. I'm going to sing a harmony, but you just keep going. Good. Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayana. Now you join me. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Narayana. Now back to the first part. Om Namo Narayanaya. 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 Om Namo. Now like a whisper. Narayana. Like you're singing your baby to sleep. Om Namo Narayanaya. Last time. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. Ire were were ni taukshu. Ire were were. Ire were were ni taukshu. Ire were were ni taya. Ochakini ba ni taukshu. Cheke 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 ni taya. Ire were were. Ire were were ni taukshu. Ire were were. Ire were were ni taukshu. Ire were were ni taya. Ochakini ba ni taukshu. Cheke 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 ni taya. Ire were were. Sometimes it just feels good to keep singing, doesn't it? I did. It's interesting how they sing every time we're here at about this time. They must be like, I don't know, nightingales or something, like birds that sing at night. I don't have birds that sing at night at my house. Do you? Do you hear birds at night? But owls, that's fun. Yeah, frogs, crickets, yeah. Huh? You're the bird that sings. You are. Do you want to sing something? What? Yeah. Anybody have something they want to offer? When we do the Homa fire is like a fire puja. One of my mentors and teachers, Robert Svoboda, you probably know who he is. He would sing that song that we just sang. It's a ayahuasca song, Ikaro, that he learned in Peru in the jungle. And so he would sing it usually towards the end of the fire puja that he learned from his guru, Vimalananda, who's an Agori, a tantric practitioner in India. And he taught Robert how to do the fire offerings, the fire puja, and told him, this is your practice. Like, do it every day if you can. So he does. Robert does the fire homa. It's called homa. Almost every day. So whenever he comes to visit me or us, we would do lots of fires in our backyard. And a lot of the things I share with you, I learned from him around the fire. So, but I can tell you that the two things we just sang, you can find them on Deva Premal's albums. I don't know which ones, but she's one of the early, kirtan kind of chant, spiritual chant chanteuse. She's got a beautiful voice. Deva Premal. Yeah. So mantra is a very important part of the path. Yeah, feel free to stretch your legs if you want. Let's take a moment, stretch our legs. Yeah, I mean, the path, the Tantric Buddhist path is called the Tantrayana. Yana means vehicle, Y-A-N-A. So we're driving in the Tantra car, with the Tantric Buddhism. The Mahayana is called the Great Vehicle, but Robert Thurman likes to translate it as the universal vehicle because it is very expansive. It's like universal goodness, working for the universal good. So Maha means great, but he translates this as the universal vehicle, Mahayana. And that's more of the middle development of Buddhism, where you get a lot of the teachings on emptiness, the prajnaparamita, and compassion, and the bodhisattva vow. That really that's a thing in Mahayana. It's not really a thing in the earlier. You could call the earlier teachings like the Theravadayana, the vehicle of the elders. Theravada means the elders. Some people call it Sutrayana because it's the vehicle of the early sutras by the Buddha. But that's not really correct because you have Mahayana sutras too. So the sutra vehicle, Sutrayana, includes the early sutras, these early teachings of the Buddha, and then the middle, these Mahayana sutras. So those two are the Sutrayana. But mantra gets really prominent in the Tantric era around the 5th, 6th, 7th century BCE in Buddhism. And it becomes a very important part of practice. It's called mantrayana. Tantra is also called the path or the vehicle of mantra. It's also called the secret mantra. Why secret? That's why they call sometimes Tantric Buddhism esoteric Buddhism. Because they're esoteric, when something's esoteric, it means it's kind of secret, or it's something that you get through initiation. It's not just widely published for everybody. It's like mouth to ear, teacher to student lineage. And there's certain practices that are not given to everybody, or considered to be, reserved for just people who have had certain initiations, right? So that's another meaning of esoteric, right? Do you want to say anything about that? Esoteric?
Well, eso versus exo is the important dual in there.
Yes.
Exo being ordinary religion taught to everyone.
Yes.
And the esoteric, as you alluded, is reserved teachings. Often there are qualifications that are required to get there, or showing signs. Sometimes that shows up too. Somebody pitches up, asks for something. No, you're not going to have it. And then they go outside. So, colored lights and clouds and everything. Oh, no, come on, get back in. The Dakini say to give it to you. So, stuff like that. Really, it's a huge range. We don't have too much of this in the West. There are some esoteric teachings. The primary esotericism in the West is those who have been to seminary and those who have not.
Interesting. Right.
That
makes sense.
There's a series of teachings about the Western scriptures that you will not get taught in church.
Interesting. Yeah, thank you. I knew you had something to say there. He's a PhD in And paganism, right? I was just reading your bio.
Yeah, religious history in general.
Religious history and talk to him if you get a chance. Very interesting. Yes, yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So Tantric Buddhism they don't call it that so much anymore, but it's very often called esoteric Buddhism. Okay, I did have a goal today to get through a couple of these slogans here. And because the goal is to finish the text by next week. So we are on slogan number 56. We've got about 15 minutes before the end of class. Who wants to read it? Class, yes, please. Don't wallow in self-pity, right? Yeah, that's one, that's, okay, I mean, what do we have to say about that? I mean, nothing, it's done. Welcome to America, totally. So there's another way of translating it too, which is, this is from another Tibetan Lama, Dzigar Kongtrul Rinpoche, wonderful teacher of Lojong mind training. He says, don't feel the world owes you. I didn't take the time to look at the Tibetan, so I don't know if Trungpa, who does the don't wallow in self-pity, or Dzigar Kongtrul, don't feel the world owes you, is being more poetic. Both of them tend to be poetic. So it might not be a literal translation. Don't feel the world owes you. I like that one, So what does that mean to you? Instead of me just blabbing up here, it's intuitive, right? A lot of these later slogans are it's kind of like, don't do this, don't do that. Oh yeah, I learned that from my parents. It makes a lot of sense, but it's good to remember. It's kind of easy to wallow in self-pity sometimes. It's kind of addicting. Yeah, I've been there.
What is the antidote?
What is the antidote? What do you think? Getting out and taking a walk. Gratitude. Good. Gratitude. Yeah. Anyone else? I think gratitude is a good answer. You want to say more? Please, I've been trying to get you to talk, and you finally talked. He's so sweet. He's my partner. He's like, I feel like I get you all the time, and these people want to talk. But I think that it's wonderful.
There's always things we got to be grateful for.
Yeah. How does it help with self-pity?
It's just perspective, right? I mean,
Yeah.
What do you choose to focus on?
Yeah. 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 What do you think?
I think it's a long walk.
Yeah, there's some steps there. There's some steps that need to happen sometimes.
To get from one to the other.
Yeah, so what would those steps be?
So I think I was just thinking back on some of my most potent self-pity days and what would get me to shift.
Yeah.
And it was more like do karaoke.
Right.
It was something just very physical that was
Shift you out of your frame.
Yeah.
Shake it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grateful for karaoke.
And grateful for karaoke.
It's always there.
Yeah.
Right. It was self-pity, go to karaoke, and then your gratitude. Right. That was a step.
That was the long walk.
That was the walk. Oops. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's so physical.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just heady, it like pulls you
Yeah.
physically. And I think I used to just look up a song on YouTube and
Yeah.
sing along, and it just
Music.
helped to just move the body.
Yes. Music. I want to go do karaoke. I think I've done it once. And I know what I want to sing. When you hear the song, you're like, okay, yeah, I could do karaoke. Well, I don't know exactly which one, but I know I definitely want to do Olivia Newton-John. and Blondie, because those are like the people when I was little that I just totally looked up to.
Yeah. You don't want to do mantra karaoke.
That could be really cool. We should make that up.
We could do another Olympic class.
Right.
I mean,
Good.
Mantra karaoke. I don't know how popular it'd be. We can give it a try.
I'd be here. I'd be the first one.
Let's try
Just
it.
gotta go for the lively stuff, not so much.
No, yeah, people would fall asleep if it was all Om Namo Narayana.
There are plenty of chants.
But that could be the end of the night. Yeah. Oh my God, I think we're onto something. Only at Olympic could this really fly. We could get, what's his name? Madhu. He would probably be a good person to set that up. Okay, yeah. So I think this is good stuff. Yeah. So basically, the other element of this is like we have this precious human life, right? Like we've got it good, even though it can be hard sometimes and it's uncomfortable and not always easy. But they say we are. I'll just do a little bit of Dharma cosmology. Like as humans, we're really well situated to like achieve the goal of enlightenment, the Buddha said, because like we have just enough suffering to keep us like working for it. We're not too cozy like the God realms are, but we've also got enough comfort and enough intelligence to use our time wisely. So we're not on the other side, it could be animals or hungry ghosts or hell beings. Those aren't good places to be. And then you've got above the human realm would be like the jealous gods and the God realm. So they've got it good. They don't have any need to work because they're already happy. We've got this human realm. And so we can't be entitled about it. Like the world doesn't owe us anything, is how Dzigar Kongtrul Rinpoche translated this. And okay, how many people have traveled to India? How many people have been to India? How many people have traveled to India and either felt this themselves or witnessed their Western friend being like, what the fuck? Like the trains aren't on time and I ordered this and that came. And like people are having a hissy fit because it's not going the way they want it to go. Or there are other countries too that this could happen in. But for me, I was 22 and I went to India and I saw so many. It was like the world doesn't owe me shit. Like I come here thinking it's going to be like the States and everything's going to run the way it should. They say it's going to, like, whoa, it was a whole like reorienting of expectation and entitlement and time and the sense of like what's supposed to happen. It's sort of like we can do that learning here too. Like we're all going to get our share of suffering. We're all going to get our share of pleasure and beauty and gratitude. I think coming to it with gratitude, even the hardships are teaching us something, are giving us something. So basically what this is saying to me is also like, don't have the hissy fit so for example, like I had a medical trauma. I had a spinal surgery that went bad. I've been healing for 3 years and I was wallowing in self-pity for a very long time. I was also trying to be a Dharma practitioner and like, take it and learn from it. And I was everything all over the place. I'm better now, but I'm still healing. And at a certain point into this hell that I'm crawling out of finally, I realized the world doesn't owe me anything. Like it's my turn. It's my turn. It's my turn. Who am I to think that I'm the one who shouldn't go through hardship? Like join the fucking club, girl. Like grow up. You know what I'm saying? The world doesn't owe me just because I think I have good karma. We've all got good karma. We've all got bad karma. We all have neutral karma. We all have it. No one's special here. And yet you are completely special because there's not anybody like you. So that's what I wanted to bring out here is I think gratitude really does touch on it. And yet it's not easy to just say, oh, I've got to be grateful for my spinal injury. You know, like I had to fucking cry. I had to get lots of massage. You know, I had to take I even took opioids for 6 months. I did not like it, but I needed it because it was either that or suicide. Like it was bad. So I know I'm not the only one. You know, thank God I don't have an addictive personality. I was able to get off of it fine. But it's like we all get to have our own version of samsara. We're in samsara. What do we expect? Basically, is what they're saying. That could be slogan number 60. You know, you're in samsara. Well, what do you expect? That doesn't mean it's also not fucking amazing and beautiful. You know, we all have basic goodness in there. We all have Buddha nature, and everything is naturally liberated. Nature is blissed out. Like we also just need to tune into that too. Samsara and nirvana aren't two different places. It's a state of mind. And we can taste the bliss. I think I can share this. My mom lost a child before I was born. She was married before she married my dad. Her first marriage, she had 2 children. The second child passed away at age 2 of overnight fever. It just went super bad, and it wound up, it was encephalitis. So she was just, you know, both of the parents were just thrown into total despair and hell, and I can't even imagine. So, but she just today we were talking, and sometimes, you know, she's 85, so she's, Mom, if you're watching, I'm sorry, I just said how old you are. I hope you don't care. I love you. And you know, she's sharing a lot of things now, more. She's always has, but she shared to me that she couldn't really talk about this to anyone, but that after Michael died, you know, she said she's cried for 20 years. Obviously, it was horrible. But she also found a kind of beautiful joy amidst the sorrow, because, and maybe some of you have had someone close to you die. When somebody dies, there's like a portal that opens you to the divine. And it's like she had access to him and access to that. And she said it felt strange that she had that, and she felt like she couldn't tell anybody. So the reason I'm sharing that is that in the depths of our sorrow is also so much beauty, right? And ways of receiving gifts that we didn't even know existed. And I can say, as her daughter, my mom lives in a very, she's not perfect, you know, she'll be the first one to say that, but I think through her hardship, she has come to a very beautiful level of practice. I mean, I call her my mama lama, you know. And it was because of that, the death of Michael, that she found spirituality. And her first teacher was a Christian mystic named Suzanne. She was a Russian Jewish refugee who'd been adopted by Madame Blavatsky of the Theosophical Society. So she was, yeah, really cool. And my mom met her. She was working at a spiritual bookstore in Santa Barbara. My mom went into the bookstore to find a book about like grief and spirituality because of what she was going through. And she started talking to Suzanne, you know, behind the counter, and they hit it off. And she asked if she would teach her. So she would meet with her while she was pregnant with me. And Suzanne would teach her like the Lord's Prayer and Christ consciousness and how to love Jesus. And my mom's passed that on to me too. But so my middle name is Suzanne because of Suzanne, her first teacher. Yeah. Yeah. But so, you know, the gifts. So because of that horrible thing, I'm profiting from the gift. You know, then my mom became Buddhist. So I was raised Buddhist. And I'm really grateful for that. I'm happy about that. You know?
Are you saying the best gifts come in the worst wrapping paper?
I'm not necessarily saying that, but it can. It can. Right. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. I like that. I haven't heard that. Yeah, it can. Doesn't have to, but it can, right? Yeah, so yeah, the world doesn't owe us anything. I mean, we can wallow in self-pity for a while. That's okay. It's okay. You can cry on your friend's shoulder for a while. But then it's time to know when to go out there and find karaoke or call your friend and say, no news isn't good news, honey. I need you to come over and drag me out of my pajamas and, take me out on a walk in Tilden or something. Like,
Well, you just made a really good point because the sentence says don't wallow. It
yeah,
doesn't say don't do self-pity.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
saying
yeah. Just don't
spend
wallow
your
in it.
life in it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Because there is important things to know in that.
yeah.
It will take you inwards in a good way.
Totally.
Mm.
Exactly. Yeah, don't just cut it off. Feel. We have to feel.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, and that's a self-Tonglen that you touched on earlier. It's like, okay, I can breathe this into my heart, and I can breathe this in and welcome it home. Even the self-pity. Can we breathe the judgment of the self-pity into our heart? That's the Russian doll I've talked about a lot. Like, can you love that part of yourself? Can you love the second arrow, the third arrow, the fourth arrow that we shoot at ourselves? Like, it's about bringing love to all those layers of ourself and the self-talk. Oh, I'm so distracted. I hate that. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. Okay, what can I love? Oh, I hate that I'm so distracted in meditation. Okay, can I love that part of me that hates that? And then can I love the part of me that's distracted? And then can I just love? you know? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That-
Exactly.
Nice, good. Okay, let's close by taking a moment to just gather up any beauty and positive golden threads of merit and good juice that has come from our practice and our hearts opening, and dedicate for the benefit of all beings, like a drop of water released into the vast ocean of positivity. It becomes limitless. So we give it up, we offer it up, it becomes limitless. May all beings be happy. May all beings be free of suffering. May all beings be joyful. May all beings have equanimity. And may they taste the beautiful, sweet nectar of their true nature. Emaho, how wonderful. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Felt very deep, and your capacity felt very deep and open tonight. So sometimes we can go there together. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. So have a good night. I'll see you next week or beyond. Enjoy. Please help put your pillow back. That would be wonderful. Your zabuton and the zafu. And enjoy some tea. And I'll sit up here for a little bit longer if you want to come say hi.
It was just beautiful what you shared.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
It just cut me straight there, but it's
Yeah.
so beautiful. And I love that. It's like the access to the portal. It's so special.
Yes. Yeah. Let me turn off my mic.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
Good. Thank you,
When
sweetie.
I can make it,
Yeah.
I just love coming.
Good.
Thank you.
Good. You're welcome, honey. Thank you.
Um,